lines, hard to see. No mistakes.
Short chute leading to the final corner. There's the start of the restart zone. Shane Van Gisbergen is on it. The green flag is waving. They come off the final turn and address themselves to the start-finish line. We're racing at Watkins.
Well, you see some tire smoke right there out of Ross Chastain's car. Gets that car fit into that gap right there, down on the bottom of the corner. And everybody pretty calm right here on this first start, Clint.
And then as you come up through the S, it's very narrow. You want to get things sorted out pretty quick. You're door to door like you see Blaney. I don't know who was on the inside, but that's an opportunity for somebody coming behind you to pounce on you guys.
175 miles an hour at the end of this back straight before you dive into the bus stop chicane.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to be side by side. You have to get it worked out or give a whole lot of room. And what that does, you see a couple cars dancing all over the place right there. Like the 7 car of Daniel Suarez. You can run on the outside of this carousel, but man, it is tough to go through that bus stop side by side.
Ty Gibbs trying to make a spot there, and looks like Almond over there down the inside. 16. Briscoe around the outside, trying to take a spot away, and diving into the final corner against Ty Gibbs.
You're going to see a lot of people shaking and baking today. Obviously, you got some names up there. McDowell, very good road racer. Hendrick, Chastain matching his teammate with Zilich, Logano, Blaney. Where's some of the Hendrick cars? You got cars all the way through the field here. So we're going to have a lot of people coming up and some people falling back.
4 different organizations put cars in the top 10 in qualifying, but you mentioned Hendrick, they were not among them.
Yeah, which is not something that we would expect. We know Kyle Larson and William Byron have both had some success here at this racetrack, but very mixed up in the front of the field. Trackhouse, we talked about them needing to make this race. They need to capitalize on either winning this race or really good days in the top 5, but they qualified well, put themselves up front. The guy who did right here, Kyle Busch, you know, he's made his way up a little bit, 21st in the
Let's
pack
go,
right
baby.
now. Chase Briscoe.
Especially here in stage 1, we got a long way to go.
Almost half the field is on pit road with 3 to go.
It's a track position game, there's no question. You're setting yourself up, you play these races in reverse. But when you're have the speed of that 97 car, he gives you the availability to do a little bit bigger playbook.
16 of the 38 starters did not come to pit
Here he
road.
comes.
Most of the field did. Here we go with 2 to go. When he crosses that start-finish line, the pits will close with 2 laps to go.
And the advantage that he had taking the being the leader was he could wait an extra lap. But they saw how many cars pitted, and they knew that they would be in big trouble if they stayed on the racetrack.
And now no one else can pit because the pits are closed all the way down to Jimmy Little.
So far, so perfect for Shane Van Gisbergen. Led the first 18 laps of this one. They counted down all the way into the number 1 box. Remember, a lot of these teams, they swap the front changer and the rear changer just to keep the level number the same. Solid stop for the 97.
Yeah, I love when he took off right there. Not a lot of wheel spin. You want to take care of those rear tires every chance that you get. You see a lot of guys that burn the tires. He just locked the thing forward and managed that wheel spin to be virtually none.
He came in leading. He comes out in, I believe, 9th place, 8th or 9th place. With Ross Chastain taking over the lead, SVG is still in position to gain some stage points.
And these stage points right here going for it. No surprise here. Logano not in the playoffs. Chastain not in the playoffs. The battle's going to be on. Very valuable stage points for these 2 cars.
And it's going to be great to see if how fast these guys can move through the field with those fresh tires, because they are going to be buried in the back of this pack.
All of the Penske cars stayed out. They're now running 2, 3, 4 with Allmendinger 5th. Riley Herbst in position to pick up the final stage point a lap from now.
See the different options that you have from outside of turn 1 right there, but on that curb or over that curb, on the inside of the curb. And that's the great part about the tire packs is being able to have those options still with the room that they left inside of the outside of the curb and the tire packs that they put down. But Ross Chastain, you know, we talked about him needing to make a day out of this, and They're choosing to take these points right here and put themselves in a spot to make sure that they get something out of this day.
And speaking of days, look at the 22 right behind him. I remember yesterday in practice, Kevin wondered, man, these guys are still not on pace. Really turned their day around in that qualifying run, matching the pace of Austin Cindric. He was fast in practice, but that 22 car wasn't necessarily as fast as he was. Made some big wholesale changes and got themselves in a position to get stage points right here. Big turnaround.
Guys, speaking of change stage points, Chase Elliott stayed out to score stage points. He's not going to score. He's sitting there running 11th, and now he's going to be deep in the field because he'll have to pit at the end of the stage.
Ross Chastain earns his third stage win of the season. Ahead of Logano, Blaney, and Cindric's Fords, Allmendinger, Chevy, the Toyotas of Nemechek and Bell, Van Gisbergen back on track in 8th, and the Toyotas of Bubba Wallace and Riley Herbst will get the final stage points here. And Michael McDowell, right at the line, pops up into 10th spot and grabs that final point away from Bubba Wallace.
The Ross Watermelon King.
On the outside, Wallace is right there in the middle and just misses out on
It's the race within the race. Wow.
Drivers had trouble.